one of the areas in which FIA was effective was in the fight against apartheid in South Africa, in the theatre and in television. And in that, it was led by our country, British Equity, because of our connection with South Africa, was very long-standing. And it caused divisions in our own union between those people who wanted to boycott the whole setup because they said, we don't want anything to do with these people. And the others who said, it's desperately important that you don't cut off contact culturally with the country because you don't like their government. And we must, under no circumstances, stop people going there and working. And for years, arguments went on between these two positions. And for years, British Equity and then FIA worked on finding some sort of solution. We tried a gradualist approach, getting mixed audiences in the live theatre, getting performances for black people in the same theatre as white people, because before that they had separate theatres, with the blacks in some hall somewhere and the whites in a proper theatre. And ultimately, when television became popular all over the world, and particularly in South Africa, we and some other countries had control over the overseas sale of our members' work, and we effectively stopped South Africa getting those programmes, and this began to have a real effect. And so that was the general idea, that was what we should do, and we did it, and it worked. One of my memories, most of FIA, was going, I must have been a vice president, and I went with Rolf Rember, the secretary. No, I didn't. I went with Crosby, the secretary, to South Africa and met the union that was growing up there, which was a union of blacks and whites. And it was, the change was beginning. It was just the end of apartheid. And it was wonderful to meet these people who had fought so valiantly over the years there against apartheid. And it was the kind of all political position decency that governed the whole thing. You know, they were fanatics of one side and another, and reactionaries and ludicrous progressives, but they all were united in saying this is an evil system which we must fight, and they fought it, and they won without the place falling down. And it was South Africa was a place of huge achievement. I mean, and the performers' unions of the world played a tiny part in that process of destroying that. But my God, it was an important part, and it's lovely to have been involved with it. It was great.